Chapter 374 has been something that we have been looking forward to for months on end, and in a recent news release, it has been confirmed that 374 is the start of an entirely new arc. This doesn't come as a surprise as we have been stuck in Elfhelm for the good part of a couple of years now, even before Moira passed away. And it just goes to show us that good things really do happen to those who wait, through years and years of hiatuses. If any of you are still here as OG fans, it is without a doubt in my mind that you guys are probably going to stick around until this manga finally reaches its peak ending, or until we unfortunately pass away never knowing the ending of this great story. Let's all hope and pray for the former. In a sense, just by figuring out the intricacies of being a Berserk fan, we might as well just say that our suffering from waiting for new chapters might as well be an interactive activity with the manga itself, seeing how we are suffering along with Guts on this brutally, painfully slow journey. But nevertheless, it is time to dive into the juicy news. The latest arc will be one that has been sought after for years according to the latest news. This arc was originally already planned for prior to Moira's passing, as it has been confirmed that the concepts and plotline of this upcoming arc was already thoroughly discussed with the entire Berserk editor team. With this in mind, it is fair to say that this is extremely great news. We have all speculated that the entirety of the remaining chapters of Berserk had been drawn from the fleeting memories of Kojimori, when he had the discussions of Berserk's story with Moira long ago. But now that we have a confirmation that this was not the case, it is fair to believe that this next arc will still be aligned with Moira's original vision, or at least one that is as close as it can be to it. I personally think that this is very refreshing and wholesome news. As an avid fan of the manga for so many years now, it puts a smile on my face thinking about the fact that this manga is still very much alive, even after the years and years Moira dedicated to this craft before passing away so suddenly. That being said, we still currently have little to no news as to what this new arc will entail, and we are only left to speculate on what the content might be. But what we can possibly do is take a look at what has happened prior and make a trip down memory lane on what unraveled in the past arc, as I am certain we all need to have a flashback on this arc, as it's been fucking 10 fucking years of chapters in one Elfhelm arc. The Elfhelm arc started off right after Guts' fight with the Sea God, which rendered him extremely injured as per usual. After this, the entire group started to travel towards Elfhelm in the thoughts of restoring Casca's mind. Finally reaching the island of Skellig, Guts and his group encounter several defense mechanisms intended to ward off trespassers, from odd distorting stones to an animated wicker man. Overcoming these obstacles, they are promptly met with Skellig sorcerers, including the archmage Gedfring, who escorts them to his manor in Elfhelm. Eager to restore Casca's mind, Guts immediately requests to meet the Flower Storm Monarch, though Gedfrig advises the swordsman and his companions to first rest and unwind from their long journey. The next day, they're guided through Elfhelm by Gedfrig and the Archmage's attendant Danan to the Flower Storm's Monarch Spirit Tree Palace, where Danan transforms into and reveals herself to be the Sovereign of Elfhelm. Danan informs Guts she can likely mend Casca's regressed mind by using the Corridor of Dreams. However, she requests only Shirka and Farnese's assistance in doing so, voicing that Casca's fear of Guts would only impede the process. To that end, Guts leaves Casca in the care of the young sorcerers, while he and the rest of the party wait out the ceremony. After the ceremony is complete and Casca is successfully restored to her former self, Guts returns to see his reawakened companion. However, the mere sight of the swordsman triggers Casca's memories of the eclipse, causing her to scream in horror. Now, this section of the story was a significant and important event that links the entire story back to the very beginning, when the eclipse first happened. We're reminded that even though Guts has grown, survived, battled and gotten stronger, his main purpose was always to help Casca back on her feet out of love and compassion. And seeing her reaction in this manner really puts a dent into the sadness and pure suffering that Guts still faces even within an environment scattered with positive energy and security. And then right after all these revelations, we suddenly see Griffith reveal himself from the Moonchild and proceeds to destroy Guts' sense of self by demonstrating his unworldly unmatched power, as well as once again taking away Casca, the one person Guts has always protected and cherished. This in turn thoroughly breaks Guts spiritually, and we are pretty much caught up to the present chapters. Upon reading all this, I think it's important for us to just keep one thing in mind. Guts' will is shattered, as his very purpose of reviving Casca was so short-lived. He does not seem to have anything to live for any longer. And this is exactly the fuel that the Beast of Darkness was relying on. Many times, even in our own lives, I do believe that this plays a crucial role in showing us what rock bottom really is, and it becomes a matter of choice. Whether we choose to give into a power that destroys or give into a power that gives life, I am very interested in seeing what path Guts will choose. From my personal standpoint, I believe that Guts will choose to emerge stronger than before, but may have the Beast of Darkness as a primary driver at first, in which case, we may see him truly go berserk and slaughter all the intruders that have just overtaken that ship. What will happen next is really up to theory. Will Guts learn to tame his inner beast, or will he become so fully internally broken that he resolves to using the behelit that has travelled with him for so many years? And I guess only time will tell as we wait for the September 22 release. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and let's wait patiently for the next chapter. Keep struggling, my friends.